What is going on, guys? Sir Lewis here with your honest turbo price prediction for this bull market cycle. I'm not holding back, guys. I'm going to be honest with you guys on where I see turbo going, my price targets, on where to take profits, and potentially where the top could be. Okay, I'm going to give you some price targets here, and I'm not holding back. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm still super bullish on the markets. I know it doesn't make sense, and Nvidia just came out with amazing earnings. I believe there's more upside than downside. That's my honest belief. Okay, I know it's unlogical to say right now because it's just such a bearish sentiment, but we're so oversold. Everyone is turning bearish. I'm going to tell you one thing: the people at the top, they don't want they want to get as much retail out of the markets so that they can come back and FOMO in when these coins are sky high, and then they could be exit liquidity. Okay, so I'm bullish on turbo, and let's take a look here at turbo. Even before I take a look at turbo, check out BitUnix. You can buy turbo on here, you can trade it, and if you use my link every single month, they love my live streams, they love my channel so much that every single month they give me a new campaign. Meaning, if you use my link once and you follow the deposit or the trading volume every single month, you can get bonuses every single month. And that is amazing because you can use this for your fees, for adding more leverage to protect your trades. It's just amazing. So take advantage of it. Use my link, BitUnix. You can buy on spot too. They have really low fees, and they're non-KYC, meaning you can use this anywhere in the States, anywhere in the world. Okay. So one thing here before we actually look at the price prediction, the targets here for turbo is let's take a look at something that really no one likes to talk about, and that's tokenomics. And you guys need to look at tokenomics. It's a big reason why I actually like turbo. And there's some good things and bad things here that I'm going to mention here, but the tokenomics is key, guys, because it really is, the supply and it really affects the coin's price. And we can see that with coins like Filecoin that have a ton of inflation, and you can see how horrible it's done. Okay, so what I like about the tokenomics is this: very simple. 69 billion total supply, 69 billion max supply. Okay, so I really like that. There's no inflation on this coin. There's no unlocks. There's no, it's just simple. It's out there. And once that demand comes in during the bull market, it's not going to take a lot for this coin to really give you some crazy X's because there's no supply, there's no unlocks. We just need that demand, that bull market demand coming in. And it will. I do believe it will. One of the things, though, one of the negatives here, which can also be seen as a positive for the tokenomics here for turbo, is that the top 10 wallets, right? The top 10 wallets in terms of the amount of holdings for turbo is 43% of the supply right now. I don't like that, right? Because that's a big amount. 43% of the top 10 biggest holders for turbo, right? 5.85 billion, 3 points, these are the top 10. They're 43% of the holders, the distribution. So it's very easy for them to dump, right? I mean, if they all get together, if they dump a coordinated dump, which I'm pretty sure, look at this, right? I'm pretty sure these guys, not all of them, but I'm pretty sure at least 2 or 3 of them know each other, and they can easily coordinate a dump. Okay. The only positive side is that, we know that they want to also pump this once the market comes in. So this might be, if this continues to be 43% or even 50%, this could just be a sign that turbo might top out faster than other meme coins that are more sticky, right? And have a lower distribution of the top 10 and kind of stick around a little bit longer. Okay. So this is something to note here, because this can definitely, the top 10 has 43%, guys. They have a big influence on the distribution here, right? So just wanted to share that with you guys. And I also want to look at this because this is super interesting. So right here, we get the turbo right now, the price. If we were to get the price here that we would get for turbo at Dogecoin's price right now, which is 15 cents, we would get 34 cents turbo, which brings turbo to near my higher target here, my Fibonacci level. Right, the 34 cents is around here. Okay, around here. So it doesn't exactly touch my Fibonacci level right there, but it's pretty close here to that, the negative 618 and the negative 65 right there. Okay, very, very close, which from right now, if you were to buy toshi, turbo right now, that price target is about a 19x, right? Like a 19, 18x around there, which is not that bad. And I think this is very realistic, right? Seeing where turbo can go based on Dogecoin's price right now. Now, Dogecoin's all-time high, obviously very $1.29 turbo. That's a lot, right? But let's actually let's go down here and let's actually take a look at Shiba. So if Turbo were to go to Shiba's right now, Shiba's price right now will be at 73, right? 0.073, which is around here, which we already hit. We already went over it, right? 0.73, which is around here, which is actually near where the resistance is here for Turbo. Okay. Now, if you go here to Shiba's all-time high, that is 59 cents. 59 cents brings us to right over here, which is basically in that target here from my highest price target here for Turbo, which is about a 35, 36x. Okay, now I believe this is probable. It's less, it's probably like a 10% chance or something like that, right? It's less probable than obviously topping out in this zone and also around here. Okay, but it is definitely possible here because, like I said, Turbo has great tokenomics. It all depends is the amount of demand that comes in. This coin can definitely give you some crazy X's and some life-changing money if we go to these levels. But my advice here, again, nothing is financial advice, but do not be greedy and hold everything for these levels. As Turbo is going turbo to the upside, you want to be taking profits. And my first price target is that negative 0.27, which brings Turbo to around 0.62. Okay, so 0.62, which from right now, if you get Turbo right now, I believe that would be around, let's see how much it would be right here for Turbo. If you buy Turbo right now, that's about, what is that, a 4x? All right, like around a 4x or so. Like around a 4 to 5x, which is not bad, right? That's just the first target. I don't believe Turbo is going to top out there. My next higher target is 11 cents. 11 cents Turbo, which from right now, that would be, about 7x, right? Around a 7, 8x around there from where it's at right now. And if we actually look right here, I forgot about this coin, but let's do a lower cap coin like Bonk. You take a look at Bonk here. If Turbo were to reach Bonk right now, obviously 0.12, that's not that much. Yeah, we already hit that. But 0.58, which is actually my first target. So like I said, as we're going up here, you want to be taking profits. You want to see just the same way that you DCA on the way down, you want to DCA on the way out for Turbo. Okay, but my main targets here is that 6 cents, that 12 to 11 cents. And you should be taking a lot of profits here. And here's my biggest advice when it comes to these targets is that you want to be adaptive. And what I mean by that is that if Turbo does come up here to these targets, right? And we got euphoria, everyone is like euphoric, but you're level-headed, you're focused, you remember my videos, you know my targets. Well, you want to really be adaptive to where the market is. You want to examine where Bitcoin is. You want to examine what the altcoins are, where the total market cap is. Are we getting a lot of bearish signals, right? I have a course called the 8 signals to sell at the top. You can check it out, but it's basically a course where I teach my 8 signals that we're basically topped out, right? And when we get 5, 7, 8 of these signals turning red, well, then most likely we topped out. So what I mean by being adaptive here is if we're getting all those red signals and we're in this zone here for Turbo and we're kind of getting some resistance here, then maybe that's Turbo's top. Maybe Turbo doesn't go higher. But if we're kind of early, right, Turbo's kind of a front runner, but even if it's not a front runner, we still don't get a lot of red flags that the market's topped out. There's still a lot of room to go up. There's still a lot of bullishness, right? A lot of green flags still. Then yeah, we can have another leg here that might just end up being a week, right? A week where we wick all the way up here, stay up here for maybe a week or less, and that's the top, right? So I'm just giving you guys here scenarios on how to be adaptive in the future and seeing the price action here for Turbo. But these are my honest targets here, right? Right now, we're trying to find a bottom here. We're trying to find a higher low, but I'm still bullish here on Turbo's bullish market structure to possibly find a higher low with this bullish divergence here too on the weekly, as I shared right here, right? We're getting bullish divergence here on the weekly, and then move here into 2026, going to my targets here. And one thing I can nearly guarantee you is that when we come up to these targets, most of the people that are FOMOing back in retail, they're not going to be selling at these targets. Okay, they're probably going to be buying at these targets for from experience. So this is why you got to be level-headed. It doesn't right now. It doesn't make sense to buy because everyone is bearish. We're going down lower. When we're up here, it's not going to make sense to sell. It's going to be the opposite feeling, this opposite emotion. So just wanted to share that with you guys. If you guys like my content, comment below, like, and check out, if you guys want to go to Cold Storage Wallet, check out my description. All my links are in the description for the ones I recommend, my referrals for all of them. Just check it out. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.